Order, order.
Good evening. This is Susan Hulme at Westminster. Now, the Environment Minister, Lord Henley, has told peers that ministers want to develop new options for controlling badgers carrying TB. He was speaking at question time after peers protested at the damage the disease could do to cattle. Max Preston reports.
Peers heard today that the fight against TB in the countryside has been waged for many years, but they voiced strong anxiety at its prevalence now. It's believed that wild badgers are a major source of infection in cattle. The Environment Minister, Lord Henley, said the government was looking at the problem.
In England, evidence suggests that without addressing the disease in badgers, it will be impossible to eradicate TB in cattle. The Department has committed to develop affordable options for a carefully managed and science-led policy of badger control in areas with high and persistent levels of bovine TB.
A Conservative, Lord Dixon Smith, was worried that the tests for TB on cattle were not good enough. Not all the infected animals, he said, were identified.
Will the noble Lord ask the government to have a thorough review of the implications of this? Because the existing regime is not satisfactory. There are managerial consequences for biosecurity on the farm. And at the present time, although the programme, which was very successful a half a century ago, is not working, we are effectively burning pound notes.
The Minister, Lord Henley, accepted that some cattle could be missed under the current tests, but he promised to look at alternative ways of testing. A Labour member, Lady Quinn, said incidence of bovine TB had fallen by 25% according to the most recent figures. She wondered about vaccination as a solution.
Given that DEFRA has shelved its own vaccination project, can I get an assurance from the Minister that the Department will continue to support vaccination strongly and indeed assist those farmers who wish to use it?
Lord Henley said research was going on into the development of a vaccine. The independent peer Lady Masham wanted to know whether or not badgers were the only animals responsible for transmission to cattle.
Can foxes and rabbits carry bovine tuberculosis?
The noble Baroness has absolutely stumped me on that. I don't know whether foxes and rabbits can spread bovine TB. We know that the badgers are the principal problem, and that is why it is badgers we want to address first. But if there is a problem in foxes and rabbits, I'm sure we will look at that as well.
And a Conservative and former President of the Royal College of Vets, Lord Salisbury, recalled efforts made in the late 1940s and 50s.
We very, very nearly eliminated TB from the United Kingdom. It was only when it got into wildlife and badgers in particular that the thing went astray. And since then, I want to ask the Minister, a very rigorous campaign is now again necessary to control TB in cattle because it's causing great harm to milk producers. And would the Minister agree that one should rigorously, even more rigorously, attack the problem now?
Lord Henley replied that any government action would be based on the available scientific evidence.
Max Preston reporting there.